BMW is growing. This year they're expanding their massive South Carolina factory, and they're also adding a new crossover to their lineup. They're also adding a coupe at the same time, sort of. I'm Marty Padgett for the Car Connection, and we're going to take you for a walk around in the new BMW X4, its stylish new coupe-like crossover. You probably know the bigger X6. That's the more coupe-like version of BMW's X5 utility vehicle. Well, think of it the same way with the X4. It's the same concept, just translated down to the mid-size class. The X4 is based on the X3, and it shares almost all the hardware. The X4 takes a carving tool to the X3's squared-off roofline, smoothing it down for a sleeker profile. At the same time, the front air intakes are plumped up and touched up with LED fog lights, all to draw more attention to the classic BMW grille. Inside, the X4 has a cockpit like the one in the X3, covered in aluminum or wood trim, and for a more custom touch, BMW lets you trim out your X4 either in M Sport gear with bigger wheels and tires and sport seats, or an X-Line trim for a more traditional look. The X4 hits the road with a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine rated at 240 horsepower. An 8-speed automatic is standard, and at least for this year, so is all-wheel drive. The upgrade engine is BMW's 300 horsepower twin-turbo 6, 0 to 60 times range from about 6 seconds to 5.2 seconds. We'll take bets now on a future X4M edition too. Performance should be great, but interior space is a little bit down in the X4 versus the X3. It sits about 1.5 inches lower, and the rear seats are sculpted for 2 passengers, though BMW says 3 will fit. The lower roofline means less headroom and slightly less cargo space, but it's still pretty useful for cargo, with almost 18 cubic feet of space behind the rear seats. Safety technology plays a key role in the X4. There are options for adaptive cruise control and a set of surround view cameras, even a parking assistant that steers the X4 into parallel parking spaces. Other options include a navigation system that lets you enter destinations on a scratch pad surface, and smartphone connectivity for streaming audio. And the X4 goes on sale later this year. Base price is about $46,000 for the 4-cylinder. If you choose the 6-cylinder, it's closer to $50,000. We'll bring you more details later this summer after a first drive and a full review. I'm Marty Padgett for the Car Connection. Thanks for joining us.